This is the 2024 Nissan Sentra SV. Does it have the right features for the right price? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Today, Carrie and I are at Or Nissan in Shreveport, Louisiana. We're going to give you all the particulars on this particular model. As always, if you want to know more about this model, check out the link down in the description of the video. You can also get to all the other inventory they have here if there's something else you want to know about. Let's take a look at what we have and what we don't have. Now, what you don't have are LED lights anywhere here on the front end. Not a big deal. A lot of people will say halogen headlights, that's outdated. Believe it or not, we survived for decades driving around with halogen lighting. Decades and decades and decades. It's not a big deal, but you can obviously change those out if you want to. Now, the turn signal indicators appear to be LED even though they're not, but you can see that the angle, the way those are designed, does kind of give it that look. Work our way to some chrome trim here on the front end that goes into the gloss black front grille, a classic look for the Nissan brand. The lower grille, or the grille on the lower portion of the front bumper here, is also going to be gloss black. And as we work our way around, here's something to consider. The base rim size is going to be 16 inches. Now these are upgraded to 17 inches before anybody says anything in the comments. What about the tire and wheel size? We're looking at 215 on the width, a 50 series sidewall wrapped around those 17-inch wheels, and work our way up here to the body colored mirror caps. Turn signal indicators built in. We'll also see we have some cameras right there, or a camera, obviously, with these mirrors. They're power adjustable. And here is your remote. It's going to have all the features you want, including a remote start right up there at the top. Always a good thing. We're seeing more and more vehicles at all trim levels that have remote starts. I know a lot of people want that. And as we work our way back, you do have nice trim as far as everything goes, going from the window trim to this piece right here. Now, it's going to be gloss black. I think that works. Not too much gloss black. Also, not too much chrome. Only on the lower portion right here, but we have more of a matte finish on the top. That's not a bad thing. We work our way back. We're going to have our taillights back here. Still have a nice modern look to them, even though they're not LED. Sentra logo right here, and also the SV logo. And if you're wondering when the last time was that the Sentra was fully redesigned, it was for the 2020 model year. And for those of you who are anti-turbocharger, and I know there's a lot of you out there, here's a great option for you. The dual overhead cam, naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, making 149 horsepower and 145 on the torque. It is mated to a CVT. And let's work our way around to the window sticker right here and tell you what the MPGs are. So we're looking at 30 miles per gallon city, 40 highway, 34 combined, and 3 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. And I do want to show you something right here. Right down here, way underneath the dashboard area, that's the release for the gas door. And I always like to tell you about the gas tank size. First of all, no capless fuel fill. That's always a good thing. You just have a good old-fashioned gas cap. There's probably some people driving around these days who don't even know how to use that. You just twist it on and off. When you twist it on and off and fill this gas tank up, it has a potential to hold 12.42 gallons.
Having fun again. Let's talk about towing capacity and cargo capacity for the 2024 Nissan Sentra SV. According to my research, this vehicle can tow up to 3,500 pounds. I'm skeptical, but that's what I discovered. Cargo capacity in the trunk. Open this button up right here. You pull this button, it pulls that far. The rest of the way, you have to pull it up. 14.3 cubic feet of cargo space in the trunk. There's not a whole lot going on back here. You have no hooks going on back here. There's no way to fold your back seats down from in here. There's nothing. Under this flat floor, you have a spare and you have some jack materials. That's about it. When you want to close the trunk, you have to close it from the actual body of the vehicle. There's nothing underneath here to grab to close the trunk without touching it. You do have the release here for if you lock yourself in the trunk so you can get out. Let's close this trunk down and move to the back seats of the car. In the back seat area here, very, very comfortable looking. This interior is highly attractive, I believe. Look at this, the diamond stitch pattern in it. It has contrast brown stitching, black seat belts. It gives the vibe of a very, very sporty vehicle. Let's look at that door over there. The armrest test, what does Tom think? Tom thinks the door is, he likes it. On this side, I like it also. It's plenty comfortable. It has nice soft materials. You see your door latch to get out of there. You have a power window button. They are not automatic, up or down in the back. You have a little grab handle right there with minimal storage inside of there. You have a bottle holder, which is big enough for just a bottle. And you have a speaker grill right there also. Let's go ahead and step inside the vehicle. In the back seat of this Nissan Sentra, Tom was in the driver's seat earlier, so that seat is where he was sitting. And here I am, 5'6". I have adequate room right here. Fairly spacious. Could I travel for 1,000 miles on this? I don't know. That depends on the ride of the vehicle. But as far as the comfortable nature of it, I don't feel uncomfortable. The seat does not recline beyond what it is, but it's reclined enough that I feel comfortable. It has an armrest, which is incredibly padded. This armrest is incredibly padded, if you can see here. It does have a horizontal cup holder as opposed to vertical, but you can get 2 arms on there. But I'm very impressed with it feels like a pillow. It really does. It does go up here, and you have latches here for your car seats and seat belts for 3. Let's put this back down. Now, the downside back here, you have 1 USB connection. That's it. You have no vents. You have no storage. We recently did a Nissan Kicks. It had 2 USBs. I'm kind of surprised that this has only 1, but as I say, it is what it is. You get what you get. On the back of the passenger seat, there's a pocket there. You can fit whatever you can fit in there. On the back of the driver's seat, you do not have a pocket. On this door, if Tom can show you the door over there, where the window latch is, it has a material that looks like some design of carbon fiber. Very impressive looking for the price point. On the roof up here, we have controls for your lights, driver side, passenger side. And you can see there's a sunroof here. We'll go into more of that from the front. You have a sunroof opening there. And let's step out really quick. And I will show you how to increase your cargo capacity. On the top of the seat, there's a little latch there. Tom's gonna pull that one, I'll pull this one. You pull it out and the seat goes down. And it's not flat completely. It does give you access to the trunk right here. And if you need to put something through here, just make sure it's not wider than the frame of the vehicle. And that's all the cargo capacity that you get completely. Put the seats back up. And that will be the rear seat area. You also, let me not forget to mention up here, you have grab handles on all 4 doors. Very, very impressive looking back here. Very sporty looking. The colors are very bright. They're amazing. They remind me of the colors I see in BMWs and higher end vehicles. And there is the back seat of the 2024 Nissan Sentra SV.
And let's talk about what you're going to pay at Or Nissan if you want to come in and buy this model. $26,850. That's pretty reasonable for what you get. Let's see what else there is, starting with the passenger side door panel over there. I like the look, just like Carrie talked about with the design, the materials. It looks far beyond that price point. How about the armrest? It's a little bit larger. Is it just as comfortable as what we had in the rear? Carrie says it is. Now, one thing you'll definitely see that is different there is going to be the size of the door bin. A lot larger, nothing out of the ordinary. That's typically the case with most vehicles. You'll also see your speaker cover right there. We're going to have the audio system here. Pretty nice audio system in this vehicle. Now, you got your door handle, power window button there, all that stuff. We don't have a power seat here for the passenger side, but it is heated, so manually adjustable. They are comfortable seats, I'll say. A little bit of bolstering here in case somebody wants to really exercise 149 horsepower and cause somebody to grab the oh crap handle when driving down the road. And we'll hop on inside here. While it hasn't been that many years since this model has been redesigned, since 2020, I still think it has a nice modern look to it. Doesn't look like it's quite ready for a redesign as far as the interior goes yet. There is the gloveless glove box. There were gloves inside of these glove boxes. We just need to rename these something else. But there's plenty of space in there. And the overall design of the dash area from the passenger side door over there across, I think that looks really nice. And what about your infotainment screen? Well, it's 8 inches. Nothing major to boast about here, but you know what? That's a good thing. It gets the job done. It has that kind of, let's see here if we can give it to you. That Windows sound of that click when you were using your mouse many years ago. Kind of interesting how that works. Here's your menu right there. You can work your way through different screens. There's really nothing unusual here or out of the ordinary. What about the cameras? And there's a couple of different ways to get to your cameras here. In fact, let me do this. We'll go back in and push our camera button right here because you have a couple of different views. As I showed you earlier, you've got that side view mirror camera as well. So a lot going on there. That's always good to know. We can always hit our menu button and go back home right there. Pretty simple to deal with. And you do have the circular air conditioning vents underneath. Just a nice look, looks modern. I think that works. If you're searching throughout the interior for your hazard lights button, there it is. Sometimes they're a little hard to find in some of these vehicles if you're not used to the vehicle itself. Dual zone climate control, that's not too bad for the price point of the vehicle. Let's see how many stages of heated seats we have. Only 2, not a big deal. You also have a heated steering wheel. That's pretty impressive for the price point. I'd rather have ventilated everything in Northwest Louisiana, especially this time of the year. Now, we don't have a wireless charging pad, but we do have some USB options here and an auxiliary port right here. I don't know who's using that these days, unless you still have your iPods or something like that from the early 2000s. There's your 12-volt power outlet. Now, something that is interesting here, if you want to turn the auto stop start feature on or off, here's where you do that right there. Pretty far away, kind of an interesting place, but that's where it is. Here's your control or your button to start and stop the engine. A good old-fashioned, kind of hard to say it's old-fashioned, but it is, I guess, because a lot of vehicles have push-button shifters to go into drive, reverse, neutral, all that. You even have the L down here. That means you're going to stay in low gear if you're in a low traction situation, but you still have 100% of the power and torque available for the vehicle. Cup holders right here. We also have a little bit of space right here for storage as well. And then within the center console, just some space, nothing more than that. And this center console is a little bit wider than what we saw in the Nissan Kicks. Actually enough room to put both of our arms up there, so that works pretty well. Also, let's take a look across the upper console area. Obviously the button back here on the rear, the control, the switch, I guess more than a button, that's for opening your sunroof that tilts and slides open. You can see everything else that you have here as well. Pretty simple to deal with. And you have the lever right here on the bottom of the mirror. If somebody's driving up and they have their brights on, whether they're LED or not, you can flip the mirror up like that. That will reduce the glare and make it easier for you to drive.
So let's lounge in this Nissan Sentra driving seat area and see what's going on here for Carrie's driving lounge. Over here on the door, you have your usual controls, mirror controls, left, right, and your adjustment. You have your door unlock button right there and the button to lock out the back window so your children can't jump out. You have automatic driver's side window, no automatic passengers at all. Passenger side front or rear, automatic up down for the driver only. There's your lever to get out of the vehicle. You have on this side your switch for your button to push to open the trunk, your eco button, your dashboard dimmer, your trip reset. There's a dead button right there. Let me open the door. You have a Sentra on the kick plate right there. Pretty impressive. There's your lever Tom already showed you to pull to get to the gas tank door. And there's the lever to pull to get into the hood. The park brake is push on, push off. Don't see that a whole lot these days anymore. And these are your lever for your tilt, telescoping steering wheel. Let me shut this door. Let me show you your speaker cover. Has bows on it, front and back. I mean, front's doors, but not on the back. Steering wheel, very sporty feeling in the hand, flat bottom, 3-spoke, very sporty looking. And you have your stock on the left side here for your lights and your turn signals. You have left turn signal right there, see? Right turn signal, you should probably use those. On the right side, you have your wiper controls, fast, slow, intermittent, and your squirters to put water on your windshield to clean it. On the left side stock of your steering wheel, the usual controls, your channel surfing, your back button, your menu control button with your OK button to acknowledge what you want to do, and your volume for your radio. On the right side, you have your cruise control settings, distance to the car in front of you, and your reset. You have your telephone activation also. I'm gonna turn this vehicle off right quick and then turn it back on so you can see the animation as it starts. Nothing like heads-up display or anything like that here, but turn the vehicle on and you get an animation that shows the car and it circles and shows you your car. You have RPM gauge on the left, goes to 8,000 RPM. You have a coolant there, gauge there also. On the right side, you have speedometer. It says it goes up to 160 miles an hour. Kind of wondering if it can do that. There is a gas gauge right there. This tank is completely full. It's beyond full. And there's an arrow there next to the gas button that shows you that the gas tank door is on the passenger side. There's the indicator in the very center that shows you what condition you're in transmission wise. We're in park right now because we're not moving, and there is reverse and neutral, drive and low, and back to park. This vehicle is brand new. It shows that it has 12 miles on it, and on this tank of gas it says 339 miles. And there's your screen in front of you that shows you some of the features that you have. It shows you a clock, a temperature gauge, and whether or not you are wearing your seatbelt, which I'm not doing because I'm not moving right now. We're sitting in a parking lot. We have a visor here. Let's see if it passes the visor test. It does extend. Let's see how far. When I pull it out, it leaves some blank space there, and it does not have an extender. Well, it is what it is. You get what you get. There's the seatbelt adjustment. Pull that out up and down so you can adjust the height of the seatbelt so it doesn't cut into your neck if you're shorter or taller than the person who is driving before you. Here is the switch for the roof. Pull it back, roof goes back, and you push it forward, roof goes forward. The shade does not come with it, that's manual. If you want to tilt, you push the button and the roof tilts. You push it forward and the roof goes back down, and you have to manually close the shade. Also up here, there is an eyeglass holder. You push that, holder comes down, and that's how you put it back up. Very nice vehicle for the price point. The interior, as I said before, is very impressive looking. Diamond stitching in it, brown contrast stitching up against this color interior, and very nice vehicle. If you're interested in one of these, please come look at it. Let me know what else you want to drive and lounge on, and we'll take care of it for you. See you next time. All right, driving the 2024 Nissan Sentra SV. So, how does it feel? Let's do a quick acceleration test here. Feels pretty good. Nothing overly dramatic like a Corvette or a Camaro or a Mustang, but it gets me where I need to go. Not overly quiet, but not overly noisy either. You know, it's a comfortable ride, straight steering, no navigation. You know, the resolution on the screen, it's not high intensity or anything. You know, it will need some updating soon. Will it get me what I need for the price range? Absolutely it will. The seats are comfortable. I can see everything on the dashboard that I need to see. It's very clear, analog gauges. Don't have to worry about any TFT screens going out. This road here is not necessarily overly bumpy. It's not necessarily overly smooth. You can feel the concrete separations in it a little bit. Generally, depending upon what vehicle you're in. Tom's in the back seat right now. Tom, how does it feel back there?
It's not bad.
Tom says it's not bad. So, is it comfortable enough for 1,000 miles, you think, Tom?
I think so.
Tom thinks he can do 1,000 miles in this. Let's do a U-turn right here, a legal U-turn, and see what we get. And that was dramatically smooth. So I'll say it was undramatic is what I meant to say. Undramatic, no problems at all making that U-turn. Didn't have to make any extra turns, no backing up. And we've been in vehicles where we could not make that turn. So the wheelbase on this is perfect for that. Very smooth ride. What else do we have here? I can see all the features I need. They're all within grasp. The start-stop button is definitely, in a weird spot, kind of far away. This does not have auto hold when you're sitting still. But, for what you get, it's very, very nice. I think I could do 1,000 miles in this, other than stopping for gas. So there you have it. Nice vehicle, nice price point. If you want one and you're shopping in this area, it's definitely worth a look.
So tell me what you think about the 2024 Nissan Sentra SV. Does it have the right features for the right price? Definitely has a lot I'm curious to know what you think about this model. I do want to say a special thanks to our friends at Or Nissan for loaning us this Sentra SV for the day, and a special thanks to each and every one of you for being kind enough to give us the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That helps us out a lot. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. That way you don't miss any future videos. Turn those notifications on. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out that video right there on the screen. And I'll see you there.